New York City, born as New Amsterdam in 1624, has always been a city of reinvention. From the cobblestone streets of the financial district to the brownstones of Harlem, every neighborhood tells its own story. The city's skyline is a living timeline, spires of the Empire State Building, the Art Deco of the Chrysler, and the glass towers of today. In the 19th century, waves of immigrants shaped neighborhoods like Little Italy and Chinatown, layering cultures in brick and stone. Grand Central Terminal, opened in 1913, became a symbol of ambition, its starry ceiling a reminder to look up and dream. Yet, for every landmark preserved, countless buildings have vanished, lost to progress, fire, or neglect. Look closely. Ornate cornices, faded murals, and weathered stone all hold echoes of the city's past. This is New York, a city where history and hope are built into every block, waiting for you to discover their secrets. In Brooklyn's Park Slope and Harlem's Strivers Row, brownstones rose in the late 1800s, crafted from warm sandstone, with stoops, ornate lintels, and bay windows. These homes sheltered generations of families, teachers, and artists, shaping vibrant communities. Their Italianate and neo-Greek facades, with carved brackets and iron railings, became icons of neighborhood life and quiet aspiration. But in the mid-20th century, urban renewal swept through. Empty lots and cranes replaced entire blocks, as new developments erased the scale and intimacy of these neighborhoods. Archival maps show how entire streets vanished, replaced by high-rises and parking lots. Along Fifth Avenue, Gilded Age mansions, like the Vanderbilt and Astor houses, once stood as private palaces, flaunting Beaux-Arts columns, marble staircases, and gilded ceilings. These grand homes hosted lavish parties and shaped the city's elite social life, but most were demolished by the 1930s, their stories fading into memory. Today, glass and steel towers rise in their place, reflecting the city's ambition, but often hiding the layers of history beneath. Split screens reveal the contrast, archival photos of vanished mansions beside today's skyline. Meanwhile, tenement facades in the Lower East Side, with their fire escapes and pressed tin cornices, tell stories of immigrants, Italians, Jews, Irish, who built new lives in crowded rooms. Their facades, both functional and decorative, became symbols of urban grit and resilience. Inside, narrow halls and shared courtyards reveal austere living, spaces shaped by economy, survival, and a sense of community. Overlays of old floor plans and family photos evoke the generations who called these spaces home. From above, dense courtyards and rooftops reveal the city's efficient planning, spaces that house dreams, struggles, and the ever-changing story of New York. The loss of these historic structures changed the city's fabric forever, but their legacy endures in the stories and streets that remain. In the 1920s and 30s, Art Deco swept New York, blending luxury with modernity. The Chrysler Building, designed by William Van Allen in 1930, became its shimmering icon, its spire a symbol of ambition and optimism during turbulent times. Art Deco's geometric patterns and metallic details reflected a fascination with progress. Public reaction was mixed. Some saw bold beauty, others excess. Yet, buildings like the Empire State by Shreve, Lamb and Harmon defined the city's skyline. By the 1950s, the international style emerged, championed by architects like Ludwig Mies van der Rohe and Philip Johnson. Glass and steel replaced ornament, as seen in the Seagram Building, a minimalist masterpiece completed in 1958. The international style's clean lines and open spaces signaled a break from the past. Some New Yorkers admired its sleekness, while others mourned the loss of historic detail. The city's skyline became a battleground of old versus new. In the 1960s and 70s, brutalism arrived, raw concrete, bold forms, and a focus on function. Paul Rudolph's Yale Art and Architecture Building inspired similar structures in New York, like the imposing 125 Barclay Street. Brutalism's rough textures and monumental scale divided opinion, praised for honesty, criticized as cold. Yet these buildings mirrored a city grappling with change, reflecting both hope and hardship in concrete and steel. Each radical style, Art Deco, International, Brutalism, was a response to its era's dreams and anxieties. Their architects left blueprints not just for buildings, but for the city's evolving identity. In 1965, New York City passed its first landmarks law, a turning point in the fight to preserve the city's architectural heritage. The demolition of Penn Station in 1963 sparked outrage and galvanized a movement. Citizens rallied, demanding that history not be erased for progress. Preservation battles raged. Grand Central Terminal was saved in 1978 after a Supreme Court victory, while other landmarks were lost to the wrecking ball. The Landmarks Preservation Commission weighs architectural merit, historical significance, and community voices when deciding what to save and what to let go. Some buildings found new life. Factories became lofts, banks became libraries, adaptive reuse projects that honor the past while serving the present. Yet for every building saved, others were lost, sometimes quietly, sometimes amid protest, leaving only photographs and memories behind. The city's skyline is a living timeline. Styles rise, fade, and sometimes return. Art Deco, once dismissed, now adorns luxury towers again. Brownstones, once outdated, are coveted once more. In New York, what's old can become new, and every era leaves its mark. Architects and city planners shape the city's look, but so do residents, restoring, adapting, and sometimes resisting change. Each decision, from a restored cornice to a glass tower, is a vote for what the city values. Cities are the work of many hands, as one architect said. What styles will we revive next? Which buildings will future generations fight to save, or let slip away? Look up, look around. Today's ordinary may be tomorrow's treasure. The city's story is still being written, and every building is a chapter waiting to be discovered.